So Fulham has knocked Manchester United out of the FA Cup. And if you look at the game, I will tell you, I watched it from the first minute to the last. And it was utterly an average game. There was no brilliance. There was no, moment of magic or anything of that sort. It was just a dull, an average game from both sides. I think the only reason why anyone would want to watch that game from the first minute to the last is for two reasons. It's either you're a football analyst or you are a fan of either team. Yeah, that's the only reason. Because it was not impressive at all. And then when it got to penalties, I always say it, penalties, it's a game of luck. Even the best of the best can miss penalties. No club can boast of being experts when it comes to penalty shootouts. Exactly, none. And when as a big team, and you know that it has to get to that point where you rely on penalties, where you rely on luck, then you know that you have failed. And that is simply the case for Manchester United against Fulham. 130 minutes was there for Man United to win this game against Fulham. Fulham didn't play incredible football. Fulham were abysmal. Aside from the goal that Bassi scored, there was nothing exciting about Fulham today. Man United just did not show up. Yeah, they just refused to show up. Well, I think it's better that Man United got eliminated at this point. Instead of, they win the penalty shootout, they advance to the next round, and they give this false hope and false narrative to the fans that they are actually going to win something when they are not. So it is better now that Man United are out. And when it comes to the Europa League, yeah, Man United are probably going to get knocked out as well. So no trophies for Man United this season. Let the United fans focus on next season. It is a rebuild phase at this point. We can't win anything. That is what it is. The club simply cannot win anything. That is just the message at this point. Well, even as bad as the game might seem, there are positives. Yeah, I know you'll be wondering what positives is this guy talking about. But yeah, there are positives and I'll mention them. One of them is Joshua Zirkzee. This guy, at the beginning of his time at Manchester United, he received a lot of criticism. Warranted too, but then now I can tell you that Joshua Zirkzee is one of those players at Manchester United that you will look out for and say, oh, I want to watch this guy because he's going to get me excited in the game. And he proved it today against Fulham. Although it got to a point where he was really exhausted, and I can understand 130 minutes is not a small thing to do. Yes, he missed the penalty, but I tell you, there is no one that cannot miss a penalty. All right, so I'm not even going to blame him for that. Second positive is Captain Bruno Fernandes. And I'm going to put it out there. Manchester United do not deserve Bruno Fernandes. Yes, not even one bit. Bruno Fernandes will be better off playing for another team. Probably the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, or Bayern Munich than play for Manchester United. I feel like, he's wasting a lot of time at the club. He is that good. I love him so much, and that is why I'm saying this. Bruno Fernandes deserves better than this. Do not forget, when Man United were losing, he's the one that put Man United back in the game. So if he hadn't done that, then we wouldn't have watched an extra time. We wouldn't have watched a penalty shootout. Just Bruno Fernandes. He is miles ahead any other player in that team. And it's just so sad to know this reality. Well, what has happened, isn't it? So let's look forward to the end of the season. That is what I will tell Manchester United fans. Look forward to the end of the season. And hopefully, of course, Man United cannot get relegated. But, it's better we finish top 10 than finishing in the bottom half of the Premier League table. Well, let's see how it's going to be for Man United and Ruben Amorim at the end of the season and at the start of next season.